free agency this past summer. Philadelphia will be without their second-round pick in 2023 and 2024. As far as the guys who are on the squad now, they are starting to find their stride, but look at the Beal family.
That's good.
Flintstones.
Is that a Halloween costume or not?
I don't know. They're going to the moon.
Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah.
Well, whatever it was, it worked out for James Harden. Got the three and the free. Then Harden in the mid-range, cashing again. Philadelphia takes the early lead. Kristaps Porzingis boost. He's looked healthy and good so far this season.
He has been a good move for him. Coming around there, seeing him dunk right there is a good sign.
Buzzer beater alert. And it's Maxey attacking before the end of the shot clock at the end of the first half. We're tied at 52. Third quarter, more Kristaps. 32 points, led the Wizards, 9 rebounds, also had 3 assists. Bradley Beal, 26 assists, 5 rebounds, and this tough finish, Wizards within 2. But James Harden, 23 points, and he's been aggressive.
I saw the pick-up move.
You like it?
Today. I love when we trick them like that.
The double team's coming a bit too late. Harden, not the only one getting busy. Tyrese Maxey, 28 points. He's averaging 29 over his last 4 games.
Max appeal. He's bringing it every night.
And a dime by Harden. He had 17 assists in this game, the most by any player in the NBA this season. No Joel Embiid. He was out. Philadelphia wins 118-111. So after a slow start for Philadelphia, they have now won 3 straight. And without Joel Embiid on the floor, the starter scored 96 points. So 3D, rough start for Philly. It seems as if they're starting to stack up the wins now. What have you noticed the difference in these last 3 games?
We were teasing the break that of course, it starts with the big fella first because we know he has to set his presence. But what I appreciate is what James Harden has done is when do I attack? When do I let Maxey play freely? The big fellas on the floor, we play inside out. And then defensively as a team, let's call it what they are. When they play better offense, Bulls, their defense picks up. That's just what it is with certain guys and certain teams. So whenever they can score freely, you can see their defensive intensity pick up. But James Harden, in my opinion, last 4 games, has figured out when to attack and when to share, Bulls.
Yeah, he's been great, man. Honestly, all season long, he's doing a great job of scoring the ball. But you see him tonight with 17 assists. That's huge. And one of the biggest keys for me for this team right now in their 3-game winning streak is Maxey. He's been cooking. He's averaging almost 30 points a game. They're doing a great job of finding him on the wing, getting him penetrating quick, create plays as well. And he's been cooking. He had the one game where he didn't miss any shots.
44.
10 for 10.
You see the finishes right there, and the team is trusting him. Coaches are trusting him. The players are trusting him, and he's showing up for them.
You know, to that point, 3D, when I watch Maxey play this year as opposed to last season, and you see he and Harden have great chemistry together, and Maxey seems to know when to pick his spots to be more aggressive.
When Doc said, I have to have Maxey on the floor along with James Harden as much as possible, to your question, proved last year wasn't a fluke. He comes back in training camp in shape and playing high-level basketball. They take off the handcuffs and let him go. That's why it's fun. That's why when he knows now, when big fella's now on the floor, he goes, uh-oh, I get a couple more shots. He goes out and gets 44 big ones on the road. That's big time. Early in the season, I might admit it, saying, you know what, I don't know if this team's going to figure it out. Now, I feel a little bit better. I think Doc's going to get the team defense locked in consistently because offensively, they're going to be able to score with anybody.
James Harden looking like the quarterback, and then Tyrese Maxey looking like a top-tier receiver.
Yeah.
Scoring the touchdowns.
Yeah.
Okay, Atlanta versus Toronto. Trae Young and the Hawks. Pascal Siakam and the Raptors. But your reigning Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, making his presence felt. The dribble package, the jumper, it's there.
Woo. Some of these kids going to college, they get stuck in these systems, booties. You didn't see that at Florida State 2 years ago.
Nah, you didn't.
It might be Monday, but it's time for John the Baptist.
Hey, man. Reverend just walked into the building.
Raptors forced 18 turnovers. Here's, nice finish on the other end by Chris Boucher.
Okay.
DeJounte Murray needing to create something. Getting the job done. He had 20 points, 9 assists.
I'm warming up to this backcourt, too.
There's Murray, the Trae Young, as you mentioned.
Like I just said, I'm warming up to this backcourt, too.
At the end of the first half, you see the Raptors go on a run. There's OG Anunoby with the steal and the finish. Toronto up 11 at the break. Second half, there's Trae Young, 20 points, 10 assists, but Boots, here's the thing. 10 turnovers. That proved costly.
Yeah, it's tough, and it probably cost them because Toronto does a good job of turning them transition points off the turnovers.
There's Scotty Barnes again. He had 21. OG Anunoby, 14, 6, and 6 steals.
OG, we see you in the gym here in Atlanta. You've been working on your jump shot.
The big performance on the night, though, Pascal Siakam, 31, 12, 6 assists, and Toronto gets the win.
Oh, Lord.
139 to 109, and it's the third straight.
Throughout the game, but we stayed poised. You know, in the league now, teams can run off, hit a couple threes, timely threes, and get back into the game. So I think we did a good job of keeping them in front of us, and we was able to get a win.
Kevin, you passed Vince all-time leading scorers today, and did the math. If you play 70 games at this pace, you'll end up top 10 all-time leading scorers. Just what does it mean for you to even be in that list?
It means a lot. I mean, I love to score the ball. I mean, that's the name of the game. That's why we play basketball, is to put points on the board. And to shift the game and be mentioned with the greats. And, you know, so to pass somebody I looked up to as a kid, my first NBA jersey was Vince Carter's when he was in Toronto. And, you know, so it's a full circle moment for me. And grateful for all my teammates along the way that helped me throughout these years, my coaches as well. Everybody just chipped in and helped make me the player that I am today. So I just got to keep going.
Kevin, I got two for you. Kind of going off of Christians. I mean, you're always conscious of your stats and whatnot. Did you know going into this game and then a couple games ago, and I think you passed Alex English, you know, how close you were within striking distance?
No, I don't know how many total points I got. That's it's hard to track. But while I'm in the game, I know how many shots I'm taking. I know what shots I took before, and I try to stay conscious of that stuff. But no, I didn't know that Vince was was next up until they started putting it on the jumbotron during the game. So pretty cool, man. Longevity is what makes you a great in this league. So I want to continue to keep going.
And what are your thoughts on Yuta with you guys this season? He doesn't look like a guy that hasn't played with you guys before when he's out there.
Judah just know how to play the game of basketball. You know, he played with Toronto, who, you know, they do a good job individually of developing their players on both ends of the ball, just their IQ for the game, and you could tell that he's learned from them. So he might not be a big name, but he's been putting in work the last couple of years, and, you know, so it's good to see him go out there and play well for us.
Kevin, after the last week, how much of a relief is it just for the group to get a win?
Wins are always, incredible. It's tough to win in this league. It's tough to be successful in this league. So, you know, it's easy to take this stuff for granted because we play so many games. We put so much high expectation on ourselves as a team and as individuals. But when you sit back and think about it, it does feel good to get a W. It feels